Hello, everyone. Welcome back again for our Berry Talks. Today, we have Siham Sahidi from Green Smile and one of our guests coming out from an important company from Irrigation. Let's introduce the Berry Talks. Today, we start the 6 episodes of the Berry Talks, conversation with leading global players, a meeting place to know personalities, companies, and technology from the berry industry and also from all the industries all over the world related with agriculture. I'm co-hosting this episode with Siham. I'm coming out from Portugal from Hortitool Consulting. Siham, you can introduce yourself. Thank you for joining us.
I'm CEO of Green Smile, coming from Morocco, and I'm glad to be part of this berry talk. And we are introducing Borja Gonzalez. Go ahead, George.
Yes, Borja, welcome to our 6th episode of the Berry Talks. You are coming out from Azud as a irrigation sales manager. It's a company now from Spain. Can you help us and to understand what's your role and your participation as working in a company for us and for our audience? Thank you.
Thank you, and it's my pleasure to be here with you. Thank you for having me with you. And my name is Borja Gonzalez. I'm actual sales manager for all the Middle East and Asian Pacific regions for Azud. And I have been working in the company for almost 5 years, and nowadays developing the agriculture sectors and irrigation in these markets. And my background is agriculture engineer from the Technical University of Madrid, and I had several experience in different irrigation companies, working with research and development projects for in the water sector, specifically in the irrigation, and some other international experiences that bring me to this position nowadays. So it's good to be here and share our experience and telling what we are doing and developing for the agriculture sector from the irrigation side.
Borja, Azud is a company that was created in the 80s. It's a global company. Can you tell us more about what it was created for back then, and where is it operating now besides Spain?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, as you said, Azud was born 40 years back, and we're still here and still growing and doing things forward. Azud is born in the southeast part of Spain, a region called Murcia, which is climate Mediterranean. It has a Mediterranean type climate with hot summers, but also warm, mild winters. That allows a good agriculture environment for this area. And it started 40 years back to develop the agriculture sector. But also it has the driest region within Europe. That makes that lower than 300 millimeters of rainfall per year, and this rainfall is focusing very a few heavy rains in a very few episodes around the year. So along that, with the developed agriculture sector, and taking account that this region of Spain, southeast part, is grants already for 40% of the fresh fruits and vegetables that are exported from Spain to Europe and the rest of the world. This gives you an idea about the size of the agriculture sector and business in this area, agriculture and agri-food industries. And currently, as Azud, we are present in more than 100 countries with different commercial partners, and we have 7 subsidiaries around the world, in Mexico, Brazil, Peru, China, India, Singapore. And we have, there is more than 450 people nowadays working in overall in Azud. So this gives you a global idea about our company.
Thank you for your answer. It was good to know where is the company at the moment. My next question would be, can you tell us about the solutions that the company has to offer for the berry sector, and specifically if you have any specific solutions, and also what kind of we are talking about irrigation systems, also water treatment. What kind of solution your company can offer to most of the growers worldwide?
Yeah, well, because we were born in this area with limited water resources, and within this environment of high intensive agriculture developments, we have been devoted to develop innovative technologies to help the growers to optimize the available resources, right? So in this case, we are talking about water, but also about nutrition and so on. Yeah, like different fertilizers and products applying into the agriculture, the commercial or large scale agriculture. We are Azud is a manufacturing company. It's a manufacturing company that provides develops technology, having in mind the different problems and challenges that the daily agriculture growers are facing. Because we are very related, very committed within this region where we are born, and we are surrounded by this high intensive agriculture companies and area. We have been getting this knowledge and developing new products, new technologies, innovative solutions in the ways of drip irrigation system to make efficient use of water and uniformity, also in the filtration systems to protect what we have installed on the field to protect this drip irrigation from any type of contaminants or clogging related problems, and as well as fertilizers, fertigation technologies that are being applied through the irrigation system. And we need to also to optimize this solution to be basically more profitable, save resources, and also be committed with the environment. And from that side, Azud has let's say a parallel division that develops or works as an engineering company and also providing solutions for the water treatment sector. That means that we can adequate the water conditions from the irrigation water we have to be used in the agriculture to do not affect agronomically or from the agronomic point of view the crops, the plants, stations, or even the soil to protect both. So having that in mind and going to the berry sector, Azud has developed different technologies or products and solutions that, let's say, answers the question to the limited water availability or poor water resources. And we know that the berries are a crop that is very sensitive to specific ions or chemicals that could decrease the potential production level, or even provoke even more disaster into the crop. So that is where we are working right now, and also to reuse the water, become more efficient the water, because we know that in most of the areas that the berries are grown here in the, let's say, in the arid or semi-arid regions, water is one limited resource that we are also providing solutions to use it more efficiently and to use water reuse plants for the irrigation from drainage in those cases that we can get the drainage, we can collect it from the drain.
Thank you very much for your answer, Siham. I think we have more interesting.
I have a question for you, Borja. Besides water technology, your company has some commitments like the culture of water, as well as partnerships with universities and social responsibilities, like ITER project or Azud Sigma. Can you explain more these relations and these projects?
All right. Yes, indeed. Actually, yeah, the culture of water is immortal and means that we know, we are very aware how precious these resources in any part of the world, not just here in this part of Spain where we were born, but also in all around the world, as our presence has been expanding all this time until now. And we are committed to share these values with the society that we are present, right? So that's why we have been creating different connections with. Could be with the universities or with different municipalities, or even with our own foundation. It's a kind of NGO, the one you mentioned about ITER, that works to share all these values about the importance of water and how critical for life is, and for agriculture, of course. So yeah, we are working actually with different universities here nationally in Spain or international ones, with to share knowledge with the future professionals, and to share the importance of this water, how to save and how to become more optimize the use of water and these resources, and also carrying out different research and development projects along with these universities or other entities that generates more knowledge around the main issue in the water stress and in these agronomical systems, mostly as we're saying about these arid and semi-arid regions. But even though, as far as I'm seeing in my work during all this time with Azud around the world, there are many other areas and countries actually in Asia, for example, that historically they were more favorable. They got more favorable weather with a lot of plenty of water resources and good quality ones. And actually nowadays, or since a few years back, they have recently suffered from water-related problems, mainly for water scarcity at some period of the year. That has been impacted directly on the agriculture, and this is mainly due to the climate change effects. And we can see that this could be more frequently in the future. So we need to be ready, and everyone should be also aware about which tools or which technology we will need to implement to avoid these situations. Yeah. And talking a little bit about ITER Foundation, just it's our, let's say, our small child we take care about that works for share the passion of agriculture in the developing countries, mainly with the young people, and teach how to become professional growers with the professional techniques and with what is scalable around the area. Using local resources and it's a very long-term projects. And the other name you mentioned about Sigma, it's that's actually an internal let's say protocol or quality control system or internal manufacturing processes where we have implemented to guarantee the highest quality of the product we get to the market, so we can secure that what is working or what is installed on the field won't have any problem in the future, and will guarantee this optimization of the resources.
Yeah, I thank you, Borja. I have another question for you. It's about water technology use. We know that is fundamental for the management of this scarce element that is water, that is important for life and for food production in general. What are the objectives that you have and that you have implemented in your partner projects regarding this management of water and management of scarcity of water.
Right. Yeah, this matter is quite important. If we compare with a car that is very luxurious or very efficient, if there is not a good driver driving using this car, the car is useless. Let's say, right. So the same happened with these technologies. You can get very high-end technological solutions for being more efficient with the water use or nutrients or other any other type of product that it's been developed to get a lot of advantage and easy to the growers or farmers in this case. But if there is not a good, let's say, installation or execution of the projects, if it's not a good management and operation of the system during all the years, there is not this knowledge transfer on how to take best out of those technologies. It could be a disaster. It could be useless. And I've seen in all my experience, my career, that because of really not knowing who is the user or who will be the end user of such technology, of such projects, this could lead to a disaster. Let's say to not succeed in the project. Why? Because it's too high level or too complicated solution for what the end user is used to work with. So this is very important to first have all, let's say, the environment or all the network of companies that works along us as engineering companies or consultant or agronomical consultants or installation and execution companies, contractors and end users to have a 360 view, let's say, of the project from all the perspectives to secure that it's going to be a successful project and it will work for all its time and even the expected lifetime and even more. So this is very important, and that's where also Azud is committed with to make sure that all the partners that working with Azud are involved and are known how to make the right use of this system, to the technology, and to also provide the right principles in terms of uniformity, of efficiency from the design stage, to the operational point of view, to at the end save really the resources that we are saying that we do. So the optimization comes from all the perspectives, in optimization in the energy, in the water, in the nutrients. So we need to provide the right technology, but also to provide the right knowledge on how to use those technologies and to have a good installation design of the systems in the irrigation projects or the agricultural projects in general.
Thank you. This is very interesting. One of our meetings before we invite you to join our Berry Talks, you and your colleague mentioned that you have a kind of a water school for your clients. You try to promote inside of your partners and clients all over the world a school that allows them not only to learn what they invest on, but also to learn how to understand how they can use better the systems and also the water use. Can you explain how it works and when it happens? It's a major event in your years of programming your event, so it could be interesting to explain the audience how it works and how it works with your clients and Azud's irrigation school, let's say.
Yeah, right. That's kind of a school, private school, let's say, but open to all the companies that have partners that are working with Azud. Actually, it's like a e-learning platform that where we share knowledge because we want to make sure that everything is made as it should be, or as we think it should be, to take the most of it. This is the most important, and to secure that what we are installing will be working without any problem. And that's why we have this kind of courses, on like trainings, and also on presential trainings, hands-on training, and on the field as well, to be able to validate and to give more tools and more knowledge to all clients, because there are different applications. Maybe one of engineering companies, installation companies that is located in a citrus area and is very related to citrus, want to make different products and with different crops, or even with different innovative solutions like the subsurface drip irrigation that allows to decrease even more than the drip irrigation the water evaporation, the water losses. Yeah, so we become more effective, we optimize the water resource by avoiding the water evaporation from the topsoil. And for this is a new thing. It's a some new solutions, new products, new ways of making the design and the installation. And for that, it requires training. And we have thanks to these times, the digital era, we have available these online resources and platforms that we can make this knowledge sharing, and we can make the following up and also doing the on site on real conditions training, and validate our network, let's say, our partners network, to be able to work in this kind of project. So this is interesting to share the knowledge, and also share the confidence that we are in this business together. It's not just something that is independently made one by one, or here, this is my business, this is your business, but it's something that is together to, once again, secure the successful of a project and make sure that the resources are optimized to the maximum as possible.
Thank you. Siham, you have any questions? Next question from out of Morocco with the information that you have.
We have scarcity of water problem here in Morocco, and especially in the Agadir region. Do you have some projects here, and what it is done here for the optimization of water resource in agriculture from your side?
Well, yeah, I just say you know very well that Morocco is facing a very dramatic period in terms of water resources available in this Agadir area. And for those that doesn't know, the Agadir is one of the most productive areas, and we're within Morocco, and also in the world. There are concentrated many hundreds and thousands of high intensive agriculture farmlands, under irrigation, open field, and this year, this season, it's rain season, they're struggling about the water availability. We are working on many, providing different technologies to be able to get more water available for the crops, even though knowing that this comes from a let's say a structural problem that comes from the water reservoirs or the dams and all the infrastructure, water infrastructure to distribute this water along all the area. But from the, let's say, talking about from the plot side or the field side, we are trying to implement with our partners there, and we also have our own people working in Morocco as Azud workers, engineers on site to develop these new technologies. What we have been saying, and mostly in the irrigation greenhouses, to reduce the water, implement water reduce water plants. That means that we are taking water from the drainage of all the hydroponic systems and other areas where we can get the water with nutrients that has a value. It's not just water; also it has some specific nutrients available, and we can re-inject into the irrigation system without any problem for the crop. That means that it has been disinfected, that it doesn't have any contaminant that could have some or could lead to some trouble to the crop, right? So from that side, this is becoming a very important solution and very cost effectively, right? We are thinking about a water reuse plant. We may think that is an expensive solution, but it's not. And it gives, let's say, second and third and fourth life to the water. So we close the loop, and we can achieve more than 90% of the efficiency, water efficiency, in a almost zero discharge solution, as well as using the right drip emitter systems to also optimize application of the water in a uniform way and in low flow and low energy conditions, because nowadays also energy is a big part of the running costs of one production farming, yeah, and it can't be significantly from the design and from the operative of the drippers point of view to decrease the working pressure. 2 bars of pressure. 0.2 bars of pressure or 0.23 bars of pressure. Lowering that, we can save a lot of resources, a lot of money in terms of cost of energy. And on the other side, as I quickly mentioned before or briefly mentioned, the sulfur drip irrigation in open field agriculture, also in greenhouses and in soil cultivation. It's another solution that we are widely, very, very, very deeply developing in the Agadir area and in all Morocco in general, by placing the specific drip irrigation with a specific technology for subsurface to be able to work underground, and let's say we are avoiding the water evaporation from the first layers of the soil that is not in contact, are not wet, so the sun is not evaporating that water, and all the water is going straight away to the root systems. Also, by using different digital tools, right, like sensors, soil moisture content sensors, and weather sensors, those are able to give to the grower information about what's the real crop demand of according to the ETO, right? To the ETO, we can have daily readings or on-time readings on how is the water needs of our plantation and the real water content volume in the soil at different depths. So with this information, with these new digital tools that are available, are very, very economical nowadays compared with 10, 15 years ago. We can have information. With this information, we can save a lot of water, because most of the times water is it's applicating more volumes that it should be, or according to the optimal, to don't lose by deep percolation or to have other water losses that this actually is not being used by the uptake by the roots plant roots, right? So with these technological innovations from the sensor and that information, we have the knowledge to interpret that information and to do an even more efficient application of water nutrients with lower energy requirements that at the end are for the main purpose, is to save water, save resources, become more efficient, become more let's say, profitable because we're saving in the cost side, and also to at least have they get the same production and quality of the production, or increase it even.
Okay. Thank you.
Jorge, very interesting development on the conversation. As you mentioned, it's about using equipment that use less energy, so less impact on carbon print. And as a community as big as it is, the berry community in all over the world, one of the concerns is not only in this Mediterranean areas in North of Africa, and also the most desert or areas where the water availability is an issue. Where, in your opinion, we should, as growers, agronomists, consultants, companies, be focused to improve the water use efficient and reuse in order to change the direction of the food production system that we have now? What we could do now to prevent the loss of water without being used in a good direction, a good way. Can you explain your opinion? Because you travel a lot, you've seen a lot all over the world, especially in the Mediterranean area. Your opinion is very important for the audience to understand what we can do now.
Yeah, this is the question. This is a good question, and this is the question that everyone would like to know the answer. I can share my thoughts on this. Actually, you say the footprint, carbon footprint is very important, and I think the water footprint will be very important. Or it's becoming very important because at some retailers or main distribution from the food side, food chains, they are starting to implement these let's say certificates or these labels where they show how water efficient they are in the process of cultivating the food, the product, and within the industrial process, in the food industry, how it's been done, and so on. So requested by because of a new or more high demand customers or end users, like we all are when we go to the supermarket. In many places, this is becoming more and more asked or request from the client side, customer side, right? So taking that, moving that into the area where we are around the Mediterranean basin and the Middle East, and all this semi-arid and arid area, where agriculture is one of the main sectors that get for the work of the people there and the business, and it's very important. And we are all in the same or in under the similar conditions of water scarce areas. The problem mainly comes from different perspective, but one side would be from the design stage. Let's say when we are facing a new project, and it is required to select or to get which efficiency of the system will achieve when it start running, and we are just at the design stage. It's a paper that later on you need to or it's required to check on site if this efficiency has been reached or this uniformity has been reached or not according to what was expected. What happens nowadays? There are some clients or most part of the industry is moved by the price driven solution. So the more economical solution within a certain specific range of quality, right? In this segment, let's say, always the lowest budget project will be the one that it will be selected without considering the water efficiency or energy efficiency of this system. Because the decision that is taken now before the project is implemented will last for 20 years or even more. And this is very difficult to let's say, to modify or make any change in the future once the project is implemented, from the irrigation point of view, from the nutrition point of view, also from the plant variety and row stock and selection, right? So if decisions are not taken in advance in the right way, means that independent consultants with experience in this crop or in the application should be the ones that should be next to the owner or project developer to advise which technology, which use to implement, which varieties, everything according to each project circumstances. Because we know soil conditions, weather, even in the same region, there are different weather that could change from a few kilometers far away, or because of some other climatic conditions like wind or other. This could change dramatically the final solution that can be advised from the plantation point of view, irrigation point of view, etc. Right? So it's important that the owners or the growing companies or the producer companies have in mind not just the budget or most economical solution as the best one. If we go into we evaluate within this most economical solution or project option, how the water efficiency is, maybe we can see difference from one that is 5% higher in cost, and the difference in water use could be really a thing, right? So this is where we need to focus. Let's say the talks that water efficiency start from the design point, and from this decision that will be taken at this very first moment, needs a good advisor, need consultant from the irrigation side, from the agronomical point of view, to do the right decision, and to have in mind that what is decided now will take many years to be, or few years to be, to see the consequences, and actually those could be a disaster and create a background if it was done the wrong choice or the wrong option, right? So from this point of view, from the, let's say, first step when we are approaching a new project point of view, we can consider this to have some, let's say, values or indicators, right, that tell us how efficiency in terms of water use, of energy consumption is this project according to this. So this can evaluate plus the economical side. This will be a very complete overview of the project, from not just economically but also in the consumption of water, of efficiency, of energy, and this also will affect directly on the pocket, on the running expenses for the following years. And for the already existing, or when this project is implemented and the right technology has been used, it needs to be a test audit on site that the system that has been installed, I'm talking now about irrigation itself, or irrigation system as a whole, that it's as it is said it is. So if it's is this flow rate, or this flow of water, irrigation water per meter or per meter, and the uniformity, the efficiency, so it needs to be audited, because once is when the product is not installed, or the irrigation system is being just installed for the first day, when we compare after 1 year of running. We need to audit in a frequent basis that the irrigation system is in a good shape, not just from the first year, and it is running well and in a good shape, and giving the right numbers of water application, of efficiency, of energy consumption. So the system, it's according to the project for many years, and this is also directly affecting on the running costs of the owner. So this is very important thing, and many times is not taken into account. So I think those both perspectives from the irrigation point of view are very important, and I know that there are very good companies that are taking this into account. They have this in mind. They have in their programs. They have professionals from the irrigation sector that are working specifically for that parts of keeping in good shape the systems and ensuring that what they get is the best and what it is said on the labels of the products. So very important, and the results are there for the ones that follow this way of work.
Thank you very much for your long explanation here about your opinion and experience all over the world, observing and also auditing the installations that the growers are using. We are now finalizing the end of the conversation, heading up for the wrap up. Siham, do you want to give some words to our audience and about this conversation?
Yes, thank you, Borja, for your large explanations. We understood from what you said that water is something much important for agriculture, but for life in general and food production. Your company there is some noise in, maybe you can continue.
Yeah. We have to maybe, can you check the noise? I will take the mic out and I will continue. This situation that we faced, especially here in the Mediterranean area where we live, especially the three of us. I'm from Portugal, Siham is from Morocco, Borja is coming out from Spain. We are suffering a lot in the last years, especially in the last 3 years. A big drought is affecting not only my country, but especially now. I can mention that our levels are very low in most of our dams, and there's no rain coming in the near future. We're still in September. A lot of growers don't know if they're going to have water for next year use for their own productions. So this is a big concern. I think the wrap up here is not only use the knowledge that these companies have, not only use their expert knowledge, but also take some actions, real actions, and start doing some real audits to your system to evaluate the efficiency that you have. Start to use more the decisions to build up water retaining systems that allows you to conserve the water and to keep your business more reliable in the future. This is very important. Reverse osmosis, as has been spoken today in different situations, is a reality in Morocco. It will be a reality. It's already a reality in Spain in some areas. The area of Malaga, is very well known. The use of reverse osmosis, water coming out from the sea to irrigate the orchards and the farms around. In my country, we don't have yet something built. It's already programmed to build, especially in my region in the south. But it will take years to come, and we still depend on rain. And most of the systems that we know and that we visit, sometimes they are not working 100% well, and there's a lot of leaks, and the reuse of water is something that's still pretty new in our area, in our regions. So it's important to consider using expert knowledge, and also contact companies like Azud to bring their knowledge and to evaluate your systems, and perhaps doing some changes, because sometimes a small change make a big difference, especially in Africa and in an area that Siham is coming from. So to finalize, I want to thank you, Borja Gonzalez, for your time, Azud, to be here present, not only to be part of this project, but other projects. So it's important to not only matchmaking companies and people, but also helping each other to build up a better network and a more wide network all over the world. And thank you for us. It's a good warm thank you from all of us to have you here and Azud support on this project also. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks to you. My pleasure.
Bye-bye. For the moment, we will stop our episode, and we will have more news on the next episode for the month of October. Thank you for listening to us, and keep up listening the Berry Talks in our platforms. Bye-bye.